The topic of today's talk is process flow structure. Imagine you are an owner of the organization and you want to manufacture a product. The product which you have selected for manufacturing may be a very innovative product, maybe a very common product, or you are making the product which is based on the order of the customer. So what answers you want to have for your product, that in what way the product is to be manufactured, and second is the facilities required for that, how are you going to lay them. This is broadly what the process flow structure is. Let us discuss in detail about this. So first of all, the process. It is a set of activities carried out by an organization to transform inputs into outputs. That is, whatever input is going to be there, when you are going to transform it or you are going to change this into output, that is going to be the process, and it is known as the process, which is a set of activities to transform input into output. Second is the process flow structure, and it is what? It is the method with which the factory organizes its facilities. That is the way the material is going to flow from one position to another. You need to arrange the machines for that, you need to arrange the tools for that, and for that you are going to organize the flow of material. This is what the process flow structure is. So I hope you are clear with what the process is and what the process flow structure is. So you can say that process flow structures are organizational models which are telling you how the product is going to be manufactured or the service is going to be provided. Second thing is, when you are going to manufacture this, that in what way these facilities are going to be arranged, these facilities are going to be laid out, what method is going to be there, what are the resources needed, and what technology you are going to adopt. And these two are important because there is a competition in the markets, and in order to have competitiveness of your firm, you need to arrange these facilities in the best possible manner. So these organizational models are keeping in mind that in what way you are going to arrange your facilities so that you remain competitive in the market and your firm is going to excel in the business environment. Different types of process flow structures which are very common. First is the project structure. Second is the job shop structure. Third is the batch process. Fourth is the assembly line. And fifth is the continuous flow structure. Some of the things you may be understanding with the name, that is project structure, what the project structure is, or what the job shop structure is. We are going to have in detail about these. First is the project structure. Very common, we usually say this is our project, we have to carry it out, and this I am busy with this project, etc. So project is something which is having a very specific type of customer requirement, and when you are having a specific type of customer requirement, it is going to be you are going to manufacture it either one unit or at the most 2 units. Generally the output is of 1 unit. So this is the specific requirement of the customer. Accordingly you are going to make it, and that's why the name, it is a sort of project structure. One common example you can say that suppose you are going to construct a building So customer is giving you the order that's this much size of the room should be, this type of front should be, what are other requirement of that. So these requirements are specific for that customer. So this is of one type of project, one type of unit you are going to make. The name project structure is. Another most common example of this, you can say, when you reach in the final year of your program, that is BTech final year, one course is project. What you do in that project, you are having some problem is being assigned, or you yourself is going to have a problem identified, and you are working on that to complete your project. So in the nutshell, you can say, in the case of project structure, you are having an output of one unit, you are producing that unit based on the customer requirement, and you are not going to produce that component or that product again generally. So this is which is known as project structure. Second is the job shop. Job shop is somewhat a little more than what you have in the case of project structure. That is, in the case of job shop, you are producing high variety and low volume products. Mind it, high variety and low volume product. In the case of project structure, you are having only one unit to be produced, while in the case of job shop, you are producing more than one, but the volume is low and the variety is high. So for this job shop, you are having high variety product with low volume. Second is, when you are going to produce high variety products, the volume is low, obviously large inventory of materials is required. Large inventory of material is required, tools is required, and parts are needed for making that, because you know that the product variety is very high and you are making on the order of the customer. You need to have different types of materials, you need to have different types of machines, different types of tools, etc., so that you can accomplish what the customer is trying to get. And since in the case of job shop, the variety is high, low volume is there, and it is based on the customer requirement, so you have to have skilled operators. That is, operators should be aware of what they are required to make, and they should be efficient enough in their work. Common example, you can say visiting cards are there, you are making websites, that is going to be there. These, or you can say marriage cards are there. These may be classified under this job shops. Next is the batch shop. Again, in the case of batch shop, you are producing batches of the same product. Mind it, as far as job shop was concerned, you were producing low volume, that is maybe one batch of a specific product. A specific product means based on the customer requirement you are making that product, that's it. But in the case of batch shop, you are producing periodic batches. That is, one batch you have produced, after that you are making another batch of another product. Next, you may be producing another product, and likewise, and after some time again the product which you have produced earlier, the same you are going to produce again. So in this case, what is going to be there, the job is going to pass through functional departments in lots or batches. One batch is there, different functional departments are there, and according to the requirement, according to the task, that job moving from one functional department to the other, and the batch is going to complete. And since in the case of batch shop, the different batches of different products are going to produce, you are going to produce, but they are following the same process. That is, process is not going to be the different or very different, but the batch is going to be different, the product is going to be different. Most common example, you can say medicine is going to be there. Different types of medicines, one batch of particular medicine have been produced in a company. After that, you are producing another batch of different medicine, and likewise. Another example, if you go in the garment industry, you are producing shirts of different sizes, different colors, or you are, if suppose you are going to a bakery, you may be making the cakes of different flavors. So and since in all these you may be producing those components batch wise, that is one batch were produced now, the second batch of different products, say biscuits you are going to make, after third then again you are going to make cake, etc. So the basic difference between the job shop and batch shop is this, that in the case of job shop, specific requirement of the customer and you are making one product. In the case of batch shop, one batch you are making, that is going to be repeated after certain period of time. That is periodic batches of the same products you are going to produce. Assembly line. In this continuous production of the product is taking place. So when the continuous production is going to be there, you are going to have a well-defined process. That is, what operation is to be carried out first, what next, third, and so on. So it is a sort of a line that which is moving the parts to one resource to complete the task, then the second resource, then the third resource, and the line moves on unless all the tasks are going to be completed and the product is going to be there. So in the last you are going to have the product completed, and next what are you going to do? This assembly line is going to continue because it is a sort of continuous production type of thing. You may have manufacturing of cars or manufacturing of any product which is going to have a sort of continuous production type of thing. In that case, assembly line is going to take place. If suppose gear mechanism is going to be there, in that you are having different types of gears, different processes are going to be there, and after finally this gear train is going to be assembled, that also is going to be a sort of assembly line. So in the case of assembly line, different types of machines are there, they are arranged in a line. The material is moving from one place to the other based on the task requirement. First task, second task, third task, and finally the product is going to be completed at the end. Continuous flow. That is continuous production is going to be there. So in this, production of discrete parts or assemblies is going to be there, and very large volume of production is there. And since it is a large volume of production, it means the product and process sequence is standardized. So for this, you are having dedicated special purpose machines with large production capacities. And when you are having continuous flow process type of flow structure, process flow structure, it means that 24/7, that is whole day without start or stopping of that, the line is going to work and the flow is going to take place. That is, chemical plants are there, refineries are there, electrical generation facilities are there, internet service providers are there. So continuous flow process type flow structure is going to be there. In the nutshell, you can say, if you see this the diagram between variety, flexibility, and volume, it starts with very high volume to product variety. And here in this case, you will see that in the case of job shop, what is going to be there? Low volume, of course, you know. Equipment flexibility very high, because volume is low, and for job shop the condition is you are having different types of facilities, different types of processes, different types of equipment. So equipment flexibility is there, and product variety is high depending upon the requirement of the customer. For the moderate volume, batch shop production is there. Equipment flexibility is moderate in comparison to what the job shop is, and product variety is also moderate. Here it is not very high, but you can vary that. So it is going to be under the category of moderate. Similarly, for assembly line, equipment flexibility is low, because you know what product you are making, facilities have been arranged according to that, the line is continuously moving, so equipment flexibility is low and the product variety is low. While in the case of continuous flow, both equipment flexibility and product varieties are very low, because here continuous flow is going to be there, and the equipment are going to be fixed and product is going to be fixed. So this is what, if you are going to see in the nutshell, that what different types of process structures are going to be as far as the product manufacturing is concerned. So in the last, you can say the product process mix is the matrix between the type of product and the production process. That is, what type of product is going to be there and what production process you are going to select. When you are going to combine the two, that is known as product process mix. When you are going to have this product process mix, you are going to find out what is going to be the product structure, or what is going to be the product life cycle, and the second is the process structure or the process life structure, and together when you are going to have these, then the production approach, which is what it is needed for the manufacturing of a product. If you see this product process mix, and again you will see that starting from low variety and start with this process flexibility, that is low flexibility to high flexibility. When you come for this job shop, it is high flexibility for job shop while low flexibility for continuous flow. Similarly, for the product variety, it is for job shop which is going to be the high product variety, while in the case of continuous flow, the product variety is going to low. For flow shop, you are going to make few major products. For batch, you are going to have many products, and for job shop, you are having one of a kind product, that it is going to be low volume type of thing. Similarly, when you go for process flexibility, if it is a job shop type of flow process structure is, then it is a random flow, process segments loosely connected, and if it is batch one, then disengaged line flow or random flow, but a dominant flow occurs. Similarly, for the flow shop, connected line flow, that is assembly line is going to be there, while in the case of continuous flow, the work is going to be performed continuously and it is no stopping of the thing, that is 24/7 the work is going to be done and the production is going to be there. So in the case of product which you are manufacturing, the most important thing is that in what category you are going to keep your product, and this decision is a very crucial one, because your profit, your expenditure, your market acceptability, your competition available in that area, all is going to depend on that, because the facilities which you are going to arrange, that those facilities are going to play an important role for manufacturing of that product. Thank you.